tennis shoes and tuxedo. You dress for the occasion. International Joan. Roll up the sticky and sticky, I could get used to this. Eddie Kane on Mary Jane abusing this. One toke for the broke, 2 hits for the rich. We smoking that bear loud. Ain't got no dough on the trees, get the hell out. Headband in my hoodie, can't get the smell out. I think I need a condo on that West Coast. Lil' mama greet me with best smoking, French toast. Skywalker OG, spending top dollar, y'all know me. Cherry pie got me moving slowly. Hopefully, I ain't never coming down. Recording in progress, man, with no further ado. My main man, 2050 Grand, young David Parks. Man, how the hell have you been?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing pretty fucking good. I was talking to you earlier, and it had dawned to me, 1, that you haven't been on Who Got That Fire just yet. 2, this guy inspired me in a lot of ways, but I'm gonna talk about 1 just for the moment. He told me to start a podcast like that many years ago. I didn't do it as of yet. Didn't do it, but I started it recently, and I wanted to get y'all on here with my guy. So check this out. Dave, won't you tell them where you're from first, and then we can get to how this
comes. I'm from Kentucky, Owensboro, Kentucky.
Owensboro, Kentucky. What was it like growing up out there?
I mean, it's a pretty small town, like 50, 60,000, something like that. You know, typical small town America, fast food capital of the world, I think.
Fast food capital of the world.
Oh, yeah, that's what they always say. The most fast food per capita is in Owensboro. So
that's fucking crazy.
It's just every town that you pull off on the highway, and it's got everything. You know, that's where you grow up.
That's crazy. I got to check that out for myself. Go binging out there. You hear me?
That's all they got is anything you want, fast food everywhere.
Go binging out there. This is crazy. So I was just thinking that for those who just tuned in and saying to yourself, who is David Parks? Let me just give you a small rundown. You know what I mean? This guy here shot a gang of videos, created a lot of content, not only for myself, you know what I'm saying, but created a lot of content as far as within the Jet Life brand, within the Cinematic brand, a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, working as a director, and also working today presently as an actor, which we're gonna get to that also. You dig? Yeah. But Dave, let's just get right to let them know, how did we meet? How did you and I meet? How did you and I begin to start with?
So I graduated college in like December 2010, and yeah, like Jet Life was like my favorite rap group. And I started making music videos like toward the end of my senior year college. And I think I sent a bunch, probably through Twitter, I sent like maybe like 20, 25 tweets with the same video. And you responded to me. And we talked on the phone and made a plan. And I think like a week later, I drove down to Baton Rouge. I think I remember we met up in a Popeyes parking lot.
Popeyes, baby, out there in the East. Popeyes in the East, New Orleans East. I remember that shit. I said to myself, man, Dave could be a straight fucking serial killer coming down here. I said, but you know, the fan base was so genuine. I couldn't even question the fact, right? Met Dave.
So yeah, that was like what, like March 2011. It was March 2011, man, and at that time, Jet Life was doing the creative control and the Dame Dash, all that stuff, and then everybody kind of split ways. And me and you, we went off on a weekend. We made 3 videos in a weekend from what was it, Sweetest Hangover?
Sweetest Hangover. We worked.
Yeah, we did 3 videos in about 2 days, and I was just editing those. I think I got 1 done the first night. We started editing.
Crazy.
We put that out immediately. That was Gracias. That was like my favorite song that you had at the time, and I insisted that you let me shoot that.
Man, we went on the boats, right? Went on the little yacht right quick.
We went on the boat. We shot Baby. We shot part of that. It was in Baby's house in New Orleans, if I remember right.
Right. We
got access to that house and went there and shot that.
Crazy.
was a good time. Yeah, it was a good
lot,
time. And then
lot of
we,
things just opening up, you heard me, for us because I had just reluctantly had got a little budget. This female artist reached out to me. I had no additional funds, then trying to create the music like I wanted, when I wanted, or shoot the viral
yeah,
videos to help market and promote that, you heard me? But this cat right here, this cool motherfucker right here, you heard me? Said, look, man, nah, I think we could do this. So check it. Dave came down, we met up and went to immediately working, right? And I told Dave, I said, if I get this budget, man, something happened, we're gonna shoot this shit. You hear me?
yeah,
Dave, he
yeah.
was like, man, it's a no-brainer. I said, cool, right? Man, this little chick out of nowhere reached out. I said, remember I told you I wanted to work? Well, I want these many beats, da 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 da, right? She said, I'm about to send you the money right now, right? Boom. I said, Dave, we got a budget to shoot these fucking videos, dog. Rented the yachts, got the King magazine, females, the
Ace of
models,
Spades.
the Ace of Spades, and
Yeah,
caught a dope vibe to give the show cats, just transitioning from somebody that you see on a really excuse me, on a regular day of doing just street music, reality music, gangster music. A lot of people live with a lot of different things. I just thought it was just you know art imitating life a lot. You know
hmm,
what I'm saying? But we changed it like that, and you saw a lot of vision and assisted, and that made those things happen. You know what I mean? So
yep.
thank you from sharing your artistic views as a director. You know what I'm saying? Also becoming an awesome friend, and shot 3 videos that weekend. And what happened from there? We shot it. We learned a lot.
So yeah, like we were editing those videos, and you guys were about to go on tour, and I remember I'm sitting in that apartment on the east side of New Orleans, just I was editing that baby video, and Currency came in, and he's like, just like invited me to go on the Jet Life tour and shoot the videography, and and I did. two
Right,
months,
right.
yeah,
Crazy. How many months?
2 months on the road. I think we was like
Man, what was,
65, 66 cities, something like that.
yeah, what was road life? What you thought about touring? I know that you have been touring
Yeah.
some other
I
things.
mean, well, yeah, I mean, I've done it before. I used to work in pro wrestling, but it was
Pro
much
wrestling.
different, you know. Yeah, yeah,
Pro wrestling. Hold on, bro.
yeah. We've talked about that.
We talked about this, but I know it's still hearing it again. I think it's like almost like, what the fuck? All right, pro wrestling. So, of course, evidently you was a kid and you into wrestling. You into wrestling,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
But to
yeah,
pursue it though, as an adult, professionally,
yeah.
what was that like?
Well, I wasn't totally an adult. I was like 16.
Yeah,
I was 15, 16-year old doing the backyard wrestling stuff
yeah,
for like a few. That was about a year doing that, and
yeah.
then me and a couple of the guys that were doing that found like a couple of actual wrestlers that would train us, and I would go. I probably went. I had training with like 8 or 9 different people, in a barn, and just like after before a show or something like that. I wasn't very well trained. I got beat up, you know, but yeah, I wasn't
So,
really built for it.
so
And
kid
I got,
doing it, right?
well, yeah, I was like 18 years old, wrestling around with guys in their 30s. So, you
That's
know,
wild.
but yeah, this is like 2001. But yeah, I wasn't really built for it. So I got hurt and went away from it for a little while. I went, back to school and all that. But eventually I started working for another little independent company for
On
like
the
about
wrestling thing.
two. Yeah, I went back to the wrestling stuff. I wasn't wrestling, but I was like working for the promoter,
I got you.
doing like his internet stuff. But this is like before I ever knew anything about like cameras or video or
Okay.
editing. So I was just basically like their gopher, you know,
Yeah, I was
pick
like, "What?"
somebody up from the airport.
Right.
I'd set up the ring, all that stuff. I did that for like 3 years.
3 years.
And yeah.
Wow. I know you just seen some shit on the road
Oh yeah.
dealing with the
Oh
rest.
yeah.
What
Yeah,
wild
so like
thing when
this when I was doing it, it was like 2005, 2006,
uh,
and a lot of the guys that are like in WWE now were like there, just cutting their teeth and getting started. So none of them remember me. I was just
uh,
some guy, but it was a good time. I wouldn't trade it for anything, but it
tell me
was it
this.
was a good time.
Tell me this here. What one crazy memory you can share about being on the road involved in the wrestling world? What one crazy memory
Oh,
you can share?
wow. So you remember, let's see, you remember the Mickey Rourke movie, The Wrestler? You've seen
Yeah,
that movie?
yeah,
I think most people have seen that movie.
I seen it.
In that movie, he's in a scene with a guy who's called the Necro Butcher. It's staplers and barbed wire. It's where they're like really get bloody and
Yeah.
in the movie. So I interacted with that guy a lot back then. And one time we went into a drive-through in an Arby's, and the employees started fighting in the Arby's. Yeah, like you never see anything like that ever. But the
Fight.
employees, they were like a fight like between the employees and the Arby's, and yeah, it was all over the star or the health rating of the.
Wow.
It was such a weird story, but yeah, the Necro Butcher was there, and he had already paid for his food, and we just sat there and watched this fight through the drive-through window, and then they came and asked us, "Hey, would you want to buy food at a place that has a C plus health rating?" He said, "You know what? No, we're good." So we
Right.
just drove off.
Wow.
Yeah,
Thanks for the heads up.
yeah, yeah. It was weird.
Yeah.
I think the guy was gunning for manager, but yeah,
He said,
just little road stories
yeah,
like
look, yeah.
that. I don't have too many like battle stories, but
Nah, it's
like
all good. Here
mostly
you thinking they in the
stories in
fight.
like the hotel or like a restaurant.
Right. Nah, it's crazy. I said, here you thinking they in there fighting on who's gonna get the order first, some shit.
You would think so, and no, we're
No,
just watching the employees fight. It was
right.
great.
Wow, that's crazy. So, that had to be a big jump. You know what I'm saying? And then later you were telling me that you also got into filming, the film school thing because of college, right?
Yeah, yeah. So like after wrestling, I went back to school, and I got well a film degree, sort of a film degree. I went to Western Kentucky University. I guess my degree is more in broadcasting, but
Yeah.
there was only like a few of us that were like aiming towards actually film and not working in like a news studio or something.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't think that I had the best schooling. A lot of my stuff was self-taught because
Most
yeah,
most people are self-taught. You know what I mean? Like I believe that, man. Like certain people are good at taking tests, right?
sure.
And certain people are good at processing information from another person.
Yep.
And then some people are just good with hands-on, Imma learn as I go.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, to get at the finish line of learning something is the end goal. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? Shit, you came and took your broadcasting degree, your broadcasting knowledge, and your filming knowledge, and brought it and added something special to the International Jones of Fiend brand, bro. Like
Oh
you know
yeah,
what I'm
man.
saying, man, you put something special on that to make me know the difference. And also for people that didn't know, he also played a huge part of being an A&R on a lot of International Jones vibes by submitting tracks, telling me, "Yo, man, I think what you think about this?" You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so
Well, we
that's
still, I mean, you and I mean, we talk what at least once a week still to this
yeah,
day, probably. We're still really good friends.
of
So I
course.
mean, midnight on a Sunday night, we're sitting there talking about music.
Oh, doobies. What's so we got a new sale coming on the dispensary on Mondays. I'm going,
Right, exactly.
real shit, real shit. I always believe that, man. Like, of course, I'm not perfect, man, but when you run across a great person, you know what I'm saying, you do your hardest to reciprocate. You know what I'm saying? And it shouldn't be hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So, yeah, I'm very, very grateful, man. Blessed to run across a dope individual like yourself. You know what I'm saying?
appreciate that, man.
For sure, bro. For
Likewise.
sure. Yeah, and the trippy part is, man, I've seen you on this tour, these tours in different cities, just shooting and being open minded, and here you are now as a working actor. Keep in mind, bro, hey, he was wrestling, right? He was wrestling. He took a break from wrestling,
Kind of wrestling. I was
went back
sort
to
of wrestling.
wrestling,
I tried.
broadcasting school, shooting videos as a director, a working director, right?
Yeah.
Then decided to pursue a little bit more of the acting. So that's what I'm saying. Like to this day, like David Parks do working actor, bro. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like,
Yeah, I
mm,
mean, I just kinda, like, accidentally fell into that. I didn't ever have a plan really to do that, you know? I moved to Los Angeles in 2014 to, pursue the directing stuff more.
okay,
But, when you come out here with what you can fit in your car and not really know anybody, you just kinda gotta start from scratch, which is what I did, and,
what was that like?
I st I mean, it's fine, I was a PA for 5 years working on commercials, I learned more, working on that than I ever could, in school, of course, but,
Right.
I got to see some really cool stuff. I got to work for some pretty cool people, some actual real directors, and I always, when I'm around somebody that I have recognized, I really pay attention to how they work. I worked for the Cohen brothers one time on a commercial. Uh, Recently, I mean, most recently, I think when I was a PA, I worked for Jody Hill, works for Danny McBride a lot.
Okay.
Little commercial I did for him. Yeah, like every now and then you might get these like really big name directors that just slide into a commercial, and you get to actually see how something's really done well.
Yeah, that's hard from a seriously more accomplished director side. You get
Yeah.
firsthand. Tell me this here, man. You were telling me this one time that you worked on a Drake video shoot out
Oh
there in LA.
no.
You know what I'm saying? Are you able to share what that
I
was
don't.
like,
Yeah.
type of degree? Like,
Oh
run it
man.
to me.
Yeah.
Like, how
I
did
mean, I only worked on a couple videos as a PA,
you
but music videos are messy. you know,
said it
they're
messy?
pretty messy. Yeah. So yeah, I think I can't even remember. Maybe I've done maybe 3 videos as a PA,
Huh?
and I directed what, like, probably 70 of them. But
Easy.
um, yeah, easily something like that. But yeah, that Drake video was something else. I don't think it ever actually came out. So you remember it was One Dance? You remember that song?
I remember the song. I was
Yeah,
after talking to you, I was looking for the video to come out.
it was probably the wildest video shoot that I've ever worked on, easily.
What you
But
call wow?
so I mean, I was kind of assigned to be the check-in person for all the models on
Mm,
that video.
nice gig.
Yes, I mean it's cool. I just kind of hung out in the parking lot, and model after model would show up, and I must have checked in like 100 girls. And yeah, so I don't know how
Not
much those girls
complicated.
were making. They're making a lot of money,
Was that a complicated
and
job checking in 100 model girls? Was that a complicated
that
job?
was that was my whole day. I worked one day on that video. I just
Uh,
checked in 100 girls, and I went up there, and at the end of the day, it was pure chaos. And from what I was told, the video did not get done. They had a hard out, and they had to pull the plug, and the video never came out. So
damn. So you just got 100 models. You know what I'm saying?
a
100,
lot of money spent, man. A
lot of
lot of money spent.
for
But
100
yeah,
models.
I've seen that plenty of times where a lot of money just kind of gets flushed down the toilet.
I mean, they got to do something with the budget. You know what I
They
mean?
gotta. Hey, yeah.
Shout out to
Hey,
Drake and the
it's
video.
his money. It's
Yeah,
his
shout out to
money. I
Drake,
heard it. I heard him say it himself.
video team, Cash Money Young Money team for being able to have 100 baddie models on set for video.
Yeah.
Never happened. Shout out to those guys.
Yeah, but I think that was like the song of the summer one summer, and for some reason the video didn't come out until September.
Okay. In the same video, you think they shot it again or they used
They
some
reshot that video. Yeah, they did. I
wow.
think it came out with like some kind of like Caribbean feel or something like this. And we
Okay.
were up in a mansion in Beverly Hills, and you had like a helicopter landing, all this stuff. So yeah, I mean, lots of money, man.
That's what I'm
Lots of
talking about,
money.
nigga. Premium player shit. You heard me? Yeah.
Right.
You feel me? That's if you're gonna do it, baby. You feel me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's dope.
When are we gonna get a helicopter, man? We need to
Man, look,
get that
remote
helicopter.
control joints, I've been pricing them at the hobby shop. You hear me?
Right.
Yeah. Hey, I jumped on a helicopter once. Rest in peace, Big Boy, Charles Temple Chuck from Big Boy Records. He put out this song with this artist that he had. And it so happened we had just got just caught up with each other again. And he was like, yo, what you
Yeah.
doing today? And I'm like, I was just chilling. You heard me? I'm about to go back to the studio. He said, man, let me get some of these clothes from you. Get some of the clothes. He saw the Sleepy Bear, so he wanted some of the pieces, him and Sice. Shout out to Sice. Young Daddy Money, and Chuck, man. Shout out to everybody that was involved, Big Boy Records. You heard me? That boy said, "Look, man, how much is it gonna cost me to get you to get on the helicopter with my artist?" I was like, "What? Like, wait, what we doing again? What we doing?" He was like, "I'm just saying though, man. What you think that what you do? You know what I mean?" So we was
Yeah.
catching up, and I thought it was cool. So we just, I jumped on the helicopter. I recorded a little footage also. You know what I mean? So that ended up was cool. So you and
You
I
gotta
got
get that step off. That's what
yeah.
it's about.
A step
It's the
off.
landing. It's the
No,
landing and the
no, you
step
gonna
off. You
fly. You
gotta
gonna
do it
be in
smooth.
this. Ain't gonna be no stunting, just jumping. You gonna get your ass on a helicopter. We're gonna be talking this life. You gonna be on this shit.
And you only got one shot for that too. They can't just pull that thing back up and
Mm.
land it, you know.
No, no. That's why you got to rent it for like an hour and just get a real good pilot that don't mind going up, ain't going down.
Yep. I'm good down.
Right. No, I don't need you to fly over the city right now, bro. Just
Yeah.
just want to go up about 30, 40 feet, man.
30 feet max. That's all we need.
So you could have rented an air balloon for that, motherfucker. you know, but that's hard. We need to do that. We got to finish up. We got a lot of videos, a lot of things that we're
Yeah,
working
man.
on in the process, and I'm not going to spoil that, man. We got some real dope things coming together. A lot of exciting content. You know what I'm saying? Dave, won't you tell them some of the shows that you are presently working on, and some of the TV shows that you recently
Ooh.
just worked on that they
So
at you and see what's going
yeah.
on? I know,
So I
but
mean, I'm really just getting my feet wet in the acting stuff.
mm,
I mean, I started 2019 is when I got my SAG card,
okay.
and I didn't really start until like the pandemic was in full swing.
Wow.
And I just mostly I do a background show, stuff on TV shows and stuff like that. But most recently, yes, I kind of lucked into kind of a regular gig on a Disney show called Raven's Home, which
Nice.
is led up by Raven Simone. She's been legend probably for more than
Yeah,
what, like 30 years now. She's 4 years old when she got started.
it's crazy, right?
Um, yeah, so I ended up, it just started as like a little background gig and ended up becoming a recurring thing. I ended up on there for 8 months. It's really hard to find an acting job that's going to pay you for 8 months, but
That's crazy. Consistency.
yeah, kind of lucked in, snuck in the back door. I felt like, and they were great. Great people over there. They were all really nice. They let me do some things. I eventually will talk on the show. It hasn't aired yet, but it's gonna air.
That's hard. Shout out to
Um,
Raven Simone, you know, for
yeah, Raven, man, she's the best. She's
right.
amazing. Raven, she's a director herself. I watched her direct 3 episodes in a row and
Wow.
act in all of them. Man,
Yeah.
she's amazing, man.
That ain't
So,
no easy task. Shout out to
oh
Raven
my God,
Simone for
yeah,
being
she's
multi-talented and a genius in her own right since
yeah,
4 years.
she's a different kind of. I mean, seriously, like
Right.
she's next level. Like it's amazing.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, so like we finished that in June.
Mhm.
I know they've been renewed for a new season. I don't know if I'm gonna come back. I'm up for it. They might call me, might not. So
Right.
how this stuff goes out here. But
Yeah. I
and then
think they
I
need
just started another recurring thing. Yeah, I'm on the neighborhood.
neighborhood starring who?
Cedric the Entertainer and
Wow.
Max Greenfield from New Girl.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. And
That's
Tachina
hard.
Arnold from Martin is
That's
on it.
hard.
She's cool. Yeah, she's
Right to
really
see
cool,
Arnold
man.
also, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like you're constantly on the incline, bro. Like, my
Well,
mom.
I'm trying, man. Yeah, I'm trying. So yeah, I'm kind of hoping this is gonna be a similar situation. It's another background gig, but I'm there every time that Cedric the Entertainer's auto shop is on the show. I'm there. I'm one of his mechanics now.
That's
So
dope. That's
yeah.
dope, man. Look at, and you can't forget Brooklyn.
Who?
You played in the Brooklyn Nine. What did you play in that?
Oh right.
Come on.
Brooklyn. Yeah, yeah, man. That was probably the coolest, one of the cooler things that I got to do. That was actually one of the shows that I actually watch. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
To be on one of the shows you really like watch from the beginning. Yeah, I snuck onto an episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine last year as like a little criminal person. So that
You
was
about
that
to
was really
write,
fun.
you about to write it off. You just that's what I say. He worked so much, he had to remember the gig. You see, I had to
Yeah, I
remember.
kind of forgot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
Brooklyn, man.
right.
I thought you
Yeah.
were
See, I know I've been
dropping some
hanging
Beastie
a
Boy
little.
shit on me.
I know I've been what I've been doing, but I don't think you've been doing. I know what.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm
You
all
know
about
me though.
that.
I got that fire, so I forget.
Ooh, which you been smoking on lately? What kind of buds you like lately?
You know me, man. I'm an indica guy.
Indica.
Always has been.
You want me in the couch.
Yeah, always.
Which is name two of your favorite strains right now?
Um, well, I live in LA. The place I go to is steady with the marathon. So I've almost always got a supply of the marathon OG.
That's real.
Um,
That's good
yeah,
smoke.
it's always been pretty steady. Yeah, pretty steady.
Consistency on that OG, baby. If you're gonna throw that OG on there, love, they gotta be right.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Yeah, they gotta be all the way right. That's what's
And
up.
I go out of my way. I can't really deal with the prepackaged stuff. I'll go way out of my way for it.
Nah, prepackaged is just like you don't know what you're gonna get.
No, it could be
Yeah.
some colored hay.
But hey, shout out to the ones out there, all my botanists. Shout out to all the growers out there in LA. Everybody just supporting the culture of this has been pushing forward. The Cheech and Chongs, what's my boy name? Woody Harrelson's. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody.
Snoops.
Snoops, you heard me?
Shout
Look,
out Snoop.
and what's my man name? Kim Dog. Shout out to Kim Dog, man. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Met this guy personally years ago.
I remember. I think I was there, wasn't I?
You
Yeah.
were. So I'm trying to
I
tell you,
remember this.
man. Look,
Yeah.
homie slid through, and when he slid through, he slid through. You feel me? He came through with what we call that, yeah. And he just wanted to show some love for us being in that part of the United States. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that was dope. I enjoyed a lot
Yeah.
of those Jet Life tours, those Smokers Club tours, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like
You
that.
never know who's gonna pop up on a bus.
You never know. I met
Right.
a few huge actors, nieces, nephews. Shout out to my man Josh at Raw. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
He's always been a genuine person. Met him through a lot of those tours, cannabis tours.
And our buddy Kevin, man. Our
And our
buddy
buddy
Kevin from there
Kevin
too,
Raw, man.
man.
Shout out to him, Kevin, man. Everybody over the Raw family, period. You know,
Yeah.
shout out to everybody at Jet Life. Shout
Kev's
out to
deep in
everybody.
the Kev's deep in the concentrates now.
Yeah, he's
I don't know
definitely
if he's so much on the papers.
right. Yeah, he don't want no pause of that. He just I want to go straight there, straight ticket, go. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I shout out to my brother-in-law. He's on concentrates like a player doing his thing.
Yeah.
He prefer
I had
that.
to back off that, man. That man,
That's like
too much.
that's
It,
like real grown
yeah.
and heavy.
Yeah, it's too much, man. It's too much.
Too
I like
much. You
the
shouldn't be doing no heavy machine driving.
yeah.
Messing around with that. You heard me? Like that's
I'm
yeah.
trying to keep my memory intact. So yeah.
That's dope. I gotta been down here working on a new project and stuff. And some of the tracks and stuff you've been sending me has been a real vibe.
Yeah.
But I can imagine what you got stored up over there. You know what I'm saying? I gotta figure out a way to get some videos, some real good visuals with you. I need
We
to
gotta
figure
do
that
something,
out.
man. Last video we did, what was it, 2017?
Something like that. Took me out there to the
Yeah, we did a video out here. It was
that
fun.
was dope. The area you took me like to get up there, the extra like the water was like mint green. Like I'm saying, I took my
Yeah.
wife up there last time off of the way that you took me, but
Hmm.
I didn't recall the park that we came out of. There was a park area where people were just chilling. You know what I'm
Oh, right, the Lake Hollywood. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
And
that was
yeah.
real fly. But yeah, for those who tuned in, this is David Parks, man, actor extraordinaire, director. You know what I'm saying? He helped run a lot of the content, helped create a lot of the content to the Fiend International Jones vibe from like 2011, 2012 to presently to this day. You feel me? So any young artists out there, any aspiring labels that want to take, like looking for somebody that possibly, I don't know if he even got time for this, but if you get a chance to be able to tap in with David Parks, if he can assist you anyway, have time to assist you on your videos, movies, man, stuff like that, grab the chance, snatch the chance, because dude is a genius. Can't wait to work with him again. Like, you feel me? He's
Thanks,
been
man.
super modest, I'm telling you, the kid is the truth. You heard me? He's the truth. You feel me? He made time
Yes,
for
man.
me today to knock out our first interview on the podcast. He told me to start 3 years ago. You heard me? But I'm here today.
I think I told you maybe even longer than that, but
It might have been. It might have been. It might have been said.
maybe.
I'll say. So it's all good. I feel like this is huge. You know what I mean? This is huge. Like, I can imagine what you're working on next. I love the idea that you got for the things that we're talking about doing, the stuff that you wrote. I know that you're directing, like it's gonna be huge. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
like
we're gonna do something.
yeah, that's the script crazy, 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 crazy. I know that you're gonna be doing huge things, bro. Huge, huge,
Appreciate it,
huge
man.
things. Yeah, no doubt. So what's in the near future that you would like to do? You know what I'm saying? Also, hold on. You had a serious like a He-Man collection or comic book era. You were telling me about that, man. For those out there in
Yeah,
Comic Con that don't, what I'm saying, for those in the Comic Con world don't know, my main man Parks had action figures up the wazoo.
I think a
No,
lot of people did, right? Yeah.
yeah, everybody did. So that's crazy. Like, so to this day, you're still doing stuff on eBay, letting people snatch up something you
Man,
had. Right?
my mom's selling her house that I grew up in, and
Mm-hmm.
I mean, literally, she's doing a garage sale this weekend, and they're clearing everything out, man. Yeah, I've been pretty much selling my childhood off on eBay, one by
Chipping
one,
away, just chipping away,
chipping away
chipping
at
away.
it. Yeah, it's sad but true. That's what I've been. That's my project for the year so
That's
far.
cool. That's cool. What's the next thing? What do you see? Uh, let's say the next 5 years. What you think you have in mind? With
I don't know. I mean, I hope to, continue this acting thing. I've been enjoying it. I think I needed a creative outlet for a long time. Didn't really have one because I was doing the behind the scenes work for so long. It's not very creative to figure out how you're going to organize the back of a truck. So,
yeah,
you know what I mean? So, I really am enjoying the acting stuff and being able to make money, and it's something I enjoy.
I know that, man. Survival of the fittest out there. We were saying, dodging the toothpick, as my man
Yeah,
Park said. You heard me? Given a real good scenario and a
this
wrong
place will chew you up and spit you out.
man, surviving in the world of entertainment in Los Angeles, California. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, bro. Like, to me, it takes a real go-getter and someone focused enough, man, to really survive out there, especially in that world of film. You know what I'm saying? TV shows,
Yeah,
everybody not built for that. Man. Evidently, you built for it, baby boy. You've been doing it for a minute, you heard? And this
still
is
here. Yeah,
it's only
still
really the
here.
beginning. Still here in this hole, you heard me? Tell me this, what are your social handles, new fans, people want to go ahead and tap in and see what you're going.
All I really got anymore, I've just got the Instagram. I got rid of Twitter many, many years ago. Twitter is David X Parks. Anything you can find me on, it's gonna be that.
That man said hit him on IG, you heard me?
Yeah.
David X Parks. You feel me? Play no games. Yeah, I seen a clip of you on this kid's the neighborhood show.
Oh yeah.
And I saw you in the background. I said, that's how it starts. Next
Hope
thing
so.
you got
Yeah.
a line. You heard me?
Hope so.
Next
Yeah,
thing
that's the
you got a
plan.
character. That's hard. You got a lot of bad and you got
I'm trying to aspire to your cousin, man.
man, shout out to young Sylvester Powell.
Sylvester's killing it, man.
He found him a little lane and it's really working for him and he's really he made me wonder what was acting classes really gonna do for someone that I knew. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So I think that is dope, man. And I hope that anyone watching right now or paying attention that these are some dope interviews. You know what I'm saying? And I'm very honored to be interviewing David X Parks. You know what I'm saying? On here because who's to say where you're going to be in the acting world or whatever, the directing world or whatever you choose to decide to do. But they
Who
come
knows?
in and say, yo, I remember he was on here, he did an interview. Yeah,
Hmm.
Sylvester too. You hear me? A little Earl, you hear me? Y'all
Little
working, bro.
Earl.
Shout out to Trey Woods also. It is not easy to make it in big cities like that. You hear me? So man, that is crazy. Dodging the toothpick. Hey, bro, I think about the cartoons when I think about that.
Yeah,
That's
we gotta work on it, man.
yeah, I still do.
When you
Also,
coming back out here?
I'm debating that now, man. I want to come out west real, real soon. But I think I need to organize it so I can really capitalize off the time traveling. The last one I was there with you, that was just a short time. You know what I'm saying?
That was
Could
a
have been
crazy
last
night.
time. You know what I'm saying? It could have.
Last time I saw you, that was a crazy night, right?
Yeah, yeah, it was a crazy night. Maybe we could talk about that on
That'd
maybe
be a good
another
story
interview.
sometime, yeah.
Yeah, that was super unique, man. How to survive in LA. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Lord. You hear me? But that was dope, man. Shout out to my fam. Don't mind if I Duke, young Duke from Cleveland,
big
Ohio.
dude. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
man, he's
Shout out to
cool.
the game. Shout out to everybody, out there pursuing their dreams, man. That's crazy. I had a real busy weekend. I'm happy you made time. And shout out to
Yeah.
Raheem, my
Oh,
guy.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's out there putting together this huge property situation. I can't
Nice.
think of the name of the place, but it was crazy. I saw a multi-billion-dollar deal happen in front of me in the middle in between Los Angeles and Vegas.
Nice.
Right. And so that's crazy. Yeah, Parks, man, save me some of that good gas out there, bro. Don't be
I
cheap.
tried to, man.
You hear me?
You know,
Don't
I'm
can't keep
greedy
it
though.
all to yourself, baby. Out there being creative, man. Don't keep it all to yourself. You hear me? Appreciate you making time. You hear me? Yet again for
Anytime.
me. You hear me? Keep sending some
Anytime,
tracks
man.
over. Let's stay collabing. And I'm gonna
Yeah.
let you know something soon so we can get out there and work, man. I was gonna on ball on your schedule. You know what I'm saying? So we
For sure.
appreciate you here on Who Got That Fire. My main man, 2050 Grant, David Parks. You hear me? Kentucky's finest. Till next time, my brother.
Peace.
Peace.